That's crazy. Some things will put you to sleep, bro. When you don't even want to go to sleep. Think about it. And then you'll be regretting it later on. And then people don't care, bro. That's another thing. You gotta take into account some people don't care. Like the reason why I sit here with the crucifixes on the wall. Where there's always been crucifixes on my wall. I gotta hear you stomping anyway. Get on with it. Think about it. You drop a dub. I dropped $15 to have two slices and two 24-ounce beers like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It's expensive, bro. Just to eat out. $20 one person. $15. For how much food did I get? Two slices and two beers? Oh no, watch out. It was four beers because they're 24-ounce beers. Why do you think people ain't going out, bro? I only go to places where I can't make the food myself. Why would I go out to a hot dog stand if I could buy a package of hot dogs for $8? Think about it. They were the ones falling for all this stuff. I was trying to tell them, don't fall for it. Don't fall for this brainwashing propaganda, this fake version of the right wing, a false light. It doesn't mean I'm a lefty though, now does it? I never was. Never was a lefty, bro. Not like these people. I would have never voted for the right wing, and bro, that's you. That's the first time I ever voted was for the right wing. You understand me? Like, my era is the start of your shit not going the way you think it should go. You communists. You know, you fucking communists that cry about communism. That's just what I say about it. Commies that cry about communism. Like Donald Trump is a liberal. You know what I mean? See, I said before I'm gonna take a shower, but I just ate instead. Nothing to do, bro. What am I gonna do? Ride around looking for jobs that don't exist? Here we go. So glad I don't have to do that to put shoes on. Just like stomp and fucking flail my legs. I hope I never get that old. And if I do, I hope I never have to do that. This is why my life's on hold, partially. You know, I used to always wait for you just to make sure the water is not running. God forbid I don't want my shower disturbed. That's why I took one at 4 in the morning all the time. 3 in the morning. Motherfucker will be bitching. Oh, you gotta walk down the steps to go take a piss? Aw, poor guy. Yeah, but it's so rough. You know what I mean? That's what I laugh at. Right there. Yeah, you complaining. You had an easy time, bro. You don't have back injuries in your 30s like how I do. Bro, I had back injuries when I was 22. Call me lazy. You didn't see me going on painkillers either. You saw me getting hassled to use my medication, you know, smoking weed. In New York City. That's how old I am. Harassment for smoking a herb. For them just to expunge it later on. Oh yeah, it's okay. You could go smoke weed now. Just don't do it while you're driving, kids. Treating it like alcohol. I definitely can't drive with alcohol. But, you know. You've been comparing the two for as long as I know. As long as I've known about it. It's just like unwinding with a beer at the end of your day. Hey, they're not trying to take your Second Amendment away because you want to drink. Think about it, bro. It's always been about the Bible and the Second Amendment for me. This is something people never agree to me about. They always think I'm crazy because I want to have a gun for self-defense and I like the Bible verses that back this up. Like, oh, I'm allowed to defend myself, right? Forgiveness doesn't mean just being a little fucking bitch forever. Like I always said it to myself, the people that want to pick on you in these places, they're lucky they're in a city where they don't allow me to have a fucking blicky legally. But the criminals could have one. I could get shot with an illegal firearm, and you won't go finding the criminal. I used to have fights with people about this shit because I'm not on the left. All of them would be on the left. A lot of people. I guess New York City don't have lefties in it. You all would argue with me about this. So many people would be arguing with me about it. Because it's like, well, I'm not afraid of guns. You think that the cops should be the only ones with firearms? Then you're a communist, bro. You worship the military and the police. Doesn't matter if you call yourself right wing or left wing. You're a communist. You want the police to come solve the crime and you never have any accountability. and then you cry when they can't solve it. You take the hush money when they kill your daddy, but then go sue them anyway. Stupid. My bad, doll. My baby doll lost his head. His old little baby doll. The rascal was haunted. Yeah. We used to ride down the hill on cat cars. I'm lucky to survive, bro. I went down the same hill on a snow sled that doubled as a pool toy, inflatable, and cracked my head on the tree flying down the hill. Lucky to be alive. Lucky I wasn't paralyzed, bro. All that stuff made me stronger. Even though I'll cry about it in pain. I'll cry about pain, you know? I'll bitch about it too. Things from the past. They let us go after they seen it wasn't real. Yeah. Excuse me. I would never do that. It's like they're so robotic to me. You know, people just like I could see you're just when you're trying to talk to somebody, you could see they're just saying something to you, like, just for the sake of saying it. You don't really have any like advice or solutions. You come up with the solution, they're like, I don't want it that way. I'm like, yeah, I know I need to clean, right? I know I should be cleaning it more often than I do, but I have all this shit here from 2022 when I was working during a worker shortage and I got no time to clean. It all accumulated. I had to get a new wardrobe because I was like a stick figure, losing all my fucking gains that I procured from the lockdowns. You know, when everybody was waiting online for fast food, I was catching fish, gutting it, filling up my freezer, doing strongman lifts across the backyard. I'm one of those people, like, I get injured, and then I don't remember how it happened, but then I don't have many major injuries where I can't move around, you know? So I don't be bitching about it. You know how many times I got hurt and I just worked through it? And if somebody will tell you that I'm just complaining, he's just complaining. He's just complaining, you know? It shouldn't be that way, bro, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I'm just complaining about nothing when clearly the thing I'm complaining about, I could point my finger at it and run the line across the sky. Like, look at the fucking chemical trail. Look at the tail of chemicals that they're spraying out, bro. Call me crazy some more for pointing at it. Like, they've been doing that shit to me since I'm 10 years old. It's just a stunt plane, bro. It just looks like a stunt plane. Like, what? You fucking lefties. You know, this is why I say lefties and all this shit, because I grew up in a city where it's completely fucking shilled out. And people will do anything for a dollar. They don't care. I was a latchkey kid. You know what I'm saying? You need your dollars. I get it. It's expensive to live in New York City, even in the Forgotten Borough. Like, I get it. I appreciate you. I just don't appreciate the way it is, you know? Like, you shouldn't have to go through that. And they shouldn't have to go doing that. It should be enough money for one person, one dummy, to sit there all day wasting their fucking time in a uniform or whatever the job is. And the other person can sit there teaching the kids so they're not bitching about what they're getting taught in Rainbowville or whatever problem you have with these public school buildings, because now all of a sudden you got a problem with it. But when I was sitting in there, it's just a gripe over nothing. And you know what I mean? It's this. I've been saying the same thing as some of these people since I've been in school, and now my era is old enough to have kids that are in these schools. And that's why we're complaining about it. Because you didn't give a fuck back in the day, and we did. We never forgot it. You know how you told us never forget, never forget, never forget? We didn't. We didn't forget it. Now go enjoy your lunch, bro. Go enjoy the shit you can make at home. You know what I mean? Talk about wasting money. You go buying shit that you have all the ingredients in your house, but you're going out to get it. Somebody else making the food for you. Kind of stupid, bro. Like when I go out to get food, I get Popeye's chicken because I don't know how to make deep fried chicken like that. I don't have the, not that I don't know how. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the capability. And that's like me. I have a package full of hot dogs right there, right? And I have buns and all that type of stuff. That's like me going to a stand for food and ordering a hot dog. But I don't have the stadium mustard. It's like, bro, I just put ketchup on it. I got chili and cheese. I made cheese sauce to go macaroni and cheese later, you know? And I was eating chili cheese dogs with the cheese sauce. I figured, fuck it, bro. Whatever. What's the difference if it's 10 in the morning or 10 at night? What's the difference, bro? Really? Like, that's a lot of calories, though. Think about it. If that's like 150 calories each hot dog. So that's 600 calories with just frankfurters. And then each bun is about 100 something calories, right? So that's, let's say 150 just to equal it up. So that's 1,200 calories with just bread and meat. No chili, no cheese yet. That's the thing. I know how to make cheese, so I know how to cook, bro. You don't. That's the thing. I don't need a woman to cook for me. The only thing I would need a woman to do for me is probably clean, because I don't really care enough to clean up clutter, and I don't really care. It's not like I'm a narcissist and just make it a mess on purpose. This is all accumulated, bro. Think about how much of a mess it's not becoming more. It's not getting to be more of a mess because I have to do all the normal things anyway. Cooking, cleaning, laundry, cleaning dishes, right? All this type of stuff. Excuse me. I don't drop my shit off at the laundromat, bro. And then complain when the sock is missing. Like, think about it. I can complain when my sock is missing because I'm the one doing the laundry. And I'm not even mad about it. I'm like, where could it have possibly gone? They want you sitting around waiting for no reason is how it feels, Because it's not like I say things for no reason, bro. Sometimes I say it in a vague way because I don't want to incriminate anybody. I don't want anybody to feel bad. I actually don't want to hurt your feelings. In all actuality. Never wanted to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't go out of my way to hurt people's feelings, bro. That's y'all. You like to do that stuff, I know. That's y'all. You like to go that way, and I don't. I know. It's okay, bro. One day it'll be more than okay for you to be that way, I guess. Excuse me. I don't need any stress in my life that's unnecessary, bro. Like, you're lying to me, you're lying to yourself, and it's like, well, when I'm bringing up the thing you said, like, oh yeah, you said this, and then you act like it wasn't said. That's why I have to say to myself, I can't talk to these people where it feels as though I need to get them on camera from what they say. Like, bro, you don't remember saying that the other day? If it was me, right? If it was me, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Like, my fault. Clearly I must have said it if you're this adamant about it. I don't act like I don't remember if I can't remember. If I actually can't remember it, bro, don't act like I'm just forgetful looking for an excuse. That's them. That's what they do. I used to not be that way. You thought I was doing that, but I actually didn't know what to do. I actually didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I was causing damage, right? Plenty of times I've caused damage where I had no idea it was causing damage. And then I still had to take accountability, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I forgot, bro. It totally slipped my mind. I still have to take accountability anyway. You know, you don't want me on some ill shit. You don't want me on some real shit, bro. You know, you don't want me to be on the reality of things. You want me to be on this fantasy wavelength where everything is just handed to you, and then you want me to act like I don't have anything coming to me, or I don't deserve to have anything coming to me, or something like it. You want me to act like I'm just an entitled brat who expects everything handed to him, and that's you. That's them. Never have I ever expected much out of the world, bro. It's the way I was raised. Call it toxic. I don't give a fuck. I don't really expect anything from anybody, bro. To be real. If I'm being real with myself and everybody else that could possibly ever hear this, like, it's not that I'm mean and calloused, right? Like, when you tell me you love me or some shit like that, you want to be nice to me or give me a compliment, right? I'm able to handle that. The thing I can't handle is my own thought process of, like, why does everybody have to fucking lie? Because then my mind starts to find a reason. It starts to look for the reason why. Like, why is this person lying, bro? Why do they think I'm stupid? You know what I mean? Because I'm not lying to you. That's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't lying to you. You're putting it on my mind. That's a possibility. You're trying to put a spell on me. Using magic. Like, you're doing magic without even knowing it half the time, in my opinion. Especially you ain't going to repent. You don't know how magic works yet, bro. They get you to admit it on yourself. That's how they do it. You know what I mean? That's how they do it. Oh, it's not going to be as thick as this. It's not going to grow back as thick. Right? Like, bro, you realize you're talking magic tricks into existence, and I just laugh at it. You know how many times I had to deal with this shit since I'm a kid? What do you think they had against me back in the day, bro? You think I was really just a snot-nosed shithead? A little prick? I was like, bro, you're blasphemous. You're going against what the book says. As a kid, I was saying this to them. What do you think they don't fucking like about me? It's gonna ruin your bubble boy imagery. Like, you know, it's gonna ruin the imagery. You're gonna ruin my reputation. I'm like, bro, I don't even have a reputation to ruin. My reputation, if I ever had any, is ruined to begin with because I put trust and faith in this dumb shit that you're not gonna lie to me. You're not gonna keep doing the same shit as you did before. That's my bad though, you know? That's my bad for believing. For expecting a difference. You know, that's my bad for trusting you again. You know, that's my bad. It's my bad, bro. Maybe you were a punk. I don't know. You mean like to me that's a bad thing, you know, to call somebody a punk. Because I wasn't really a punk, bro. I was a metalhead growing up. I was like, fuck you. I wasn't with that subliminal shit, really. I was like, fuck you then. You know, like when somebody talking shit on the train and looking at you sideways, like, I'd be like, fuck you then. That's how I always was. I've been like that since I'm a kid. I remember coming back from when my dad used to work in Brooklyn. I was taking the bus with him from Coney Island. And this weird dude was just sitting next to me asking me my name. And I was talking to my dad still. You know, I'm sitting right next to my dad. He's not a small man. For an old man, he still doesn't look... He looks weaker than when he was my age, a little bit older, right? But he's still intimidating looking, bro. He's a tall dude. It's the reason why I don't look at myself as tall, even though I'm like 6'2" in Timberland boots. This motherfucker is 6'7". 6'7"? That's why I laugh when people get mad at it. I'm like, yeah, that's how tall my dad is. 6'7"? That's how tall he is. And you wonder why I was like afraid when he starts screaming when I'm a kid. You act like I'm a little bitch or something like that. Like, nah, bro, you'd shit your pants. If you heard him ranting about whatever the fuck it could be, back in the day in 2003 or before that, You'd be like, oh my God, bro, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this every day? Well, he's just like a screaming giant. Like, that would be a good restaurant. That would be a good hot dog stand's name. The Screaming Giant. Nephilim doggies. The giant glizzy. Excuse me. That was a cough and a fart. I get a kick out of myself, bro. I make myself laugh. I end up making other people laugh too. Or it's not like I'm the funniest dude in the world, or I'm sitting there telling jokes to make you laugh. I try to just get a smile on your face, bro. It's not about I think I'm great for doing it. It's like I'm definitely trying to work for God when I do that, though. You know? It's not me getting offended by words coming out or labels you could put on it. You know what it is, bro? I'm just saying what they said. You internalize things they say. I guess punk is a good word for it, like a little shithead. You know what I mean? Like a little brat, if you want to say, because that's what he is calling me a lot of the times. Threatening to fucking stab me, bro. In my 30s, like this. Like, gee, bro, if anybody were to hear these types of arguments, you wouldn't say, forgive him, you only have one dad. Like, yeah, your dad ain't threatening to stab you for no fucking reason, bro. That's why it's easy for you to forgive him. Your dad ain't throwing around your fucking doggy across the kitchen, bro. And then gaslighting everybody that ever heard you say it. But it's obviously stuck with me in a sense. Like, I wouldn't be saying it to this day if I didn't have a memory that stuck with me. Oh, he would never do that. Like, you know, these people have everybody that will back them up because they're so nice to everybody else. You understand? I don't expect the dog to understand what I'm saying when it's like, oh, you don't want to talk to me? And I go, hey, if you knew what I knew. Hey, dog, if you knew what I know, you wouldn't even go up to that motherfucker for food. It's a ruse. It's a facade. You're trying to switch energy with me. Like, I'm the one that actually doesn't mind dogs. I wouldn't be threatening to beat its ass if I'm the one responsible to take it for a walk and then it pisses on the floor. You get it? I was the one saying, why do I have to take your dog for a walk? It's your dog too. Like, no, it's not, bro. My dog died in 2002. My dog died when I was 16 years old, when I was 14 years old. And I didn't really want another one. I remember when I was a kid, it was a couple of years spanning from the dog I grew up with and the beagle they got. All rescues. Every dog they ever got was rescued in some way or another. I appreciate that. I'm not saying my parents are so horrible, bro. I used to always say, could be worse. I could have Miley Cyrus's parents. I could, you know what I mean? It could be worse, bro. I could be related to Hitler. You know what I'm saying? Could be worse, bro. Could be a racist. I could be a racist thinking black girls are pretty. That's how I view these people's logic, you know? They're racist as fuck, but think black girls are pretty. You know, that's, to me, that's what they are. They're communists crying about communism. You get it? The corporatocracy, social credit system. It's already been here. It's called society. Or it's already been here, bro. Why do you think they try to make me look bad? They want me to make myself look bad. You can't really make me look bad, in my opinion. The only thing you could do is get around me, annoy the fuck out of me until I make myself look bad. Because I know how I get when I'm that way. You know, similar to this. Because I get agita, you know, I get stressed out about it. I get like, fuck, I get all bent out of shape when I start thinking that way. And I try not to. I just make a joke out of my own misery. That's the secret, bro. Self-deprecating, right? It's a little bit different than coming in here talking shit. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. When the conversation has nothing to do with losing weight, you're calling somebody fat. Like, bro, I know I'm chubby. You don't got to tell me. See, I'm saying it because I don't want to be all morbidly obese. It's not because you're fat. You get it? It's because I'm chubby when I talk like that. I have a gut. I have a neck pain, a back ache, you know? I'm the one susceptible to taking painkillers, bro. I'm the one who'd rather smoke weed instead of take pills. You get it? And what do? They just turn it into dissolvable pills. Dissolvable. It's everything to make it medication, right? This is not what we meant when we said legalize it, bro. You know, I shouldn't be able to get locked up for smoking this shit right now. Like, you know, if the cop came through the door, saw me smoking it, even though he broke in without a warrant, he could arrest me for smoking it, right? Because I don't have a medical marijuana card. Hey, where'd you get this? None of your fucking business, bro. You think I would snitch? Like, I'm not you. I'm not a little bitch, bro. Especially if I'm getting away with something that's not really the best. It's not that it's horrible to do. It's illegal, right? You're doing something illegal, and then bitching when the cop pulls you over. Like, dude, you got the brake light missing from your vehicle. He's actually just doing his job. See, you make me defend just doing my job so much that you won't ever realize I fall to the same side of the story as you. You know, I don't trust them either, bro. But I don't act like you. I don't act like you're just out to get me. They're just fucking after me. You're just track and tracing me. Like, bro, they track and trace everybody. Nobody's special. You think I'm thinking I'm special for some reason when I talk like that. I know. But why would they watch you? I don't know, bro. I could pick out of a hat randomly. Like, oh yeah, I didn't want that truck stop where I'm at. That's a good reason. I put my name on a petition not to have it put there. Oh, that could be a reason. Oh, I've been rapping on the camera for like 10 years about how I'm anti-pharmaceutical and all this type of stuff. All you have to say it is one time for them to... You flip that switch, you know? Anti-pharmaceutical, hemp head ritual, true to Buddha still. You should get used to unusual. I can always hear the sirens coming, even though I'm never doing nothing. Super ill, too disgusting. Humans need a new discussion. Like, I've been rapping this way for a long time, bro. It's not my fault that I'm stuck on that. I'm not stuck on the past when I'm a little fucking kid smoking grass in high school, bro. You know what I'm stuck on? 2014, 2015. I was actually living the American dream. I was actually grateful to be living in my parents' house, knowing that if I had to pay rent to you, I wouldn't even be able to get on the camera and speak rhymes. I was very appreciative, bro. And all they would do is give me a hard time about it. I'm like, bro, you act like I'm selling crack out this bitch. And I'm sitting there rapping, getting myself closer with God. You know what I'm saying? You're crazy, dog. You telling me go get help? I already did that. They didn't help. When do I get to send you to help? Because the help you want me to go get makes it worse. When do I get to blame you for it? When do I get to sit there pointing a gun at you saying, you're threatening me now? You've been threatening me the whole time. When do I get to just pay you back the way you get to act this way? You get to act this way. How come I can't act that way? Why is that? Why do you get to act that way, but I can't? Not even like I want to, bro. I'm glad I don't get to act that way. Because then I'd be just like you. Call me entitled, bro. Look at them. They sitting there blocking traffic. People going to fucking work. And they're like, oh, all you care about is that. Bro, they got to pay their bills and feed kids and shit, right? That's why they don't want to hear your liberalism bullshit about it. What are you going to cement your hands into the fucking concrete? Like, holy shit, bro. Who's going to pay for that when they got to come get your ass out of there? Who's paying for all these people to come to work with the circle saw to chop into the cement and the cars with the sirens and you know what I mean? Who's paying for that, bro? You think it's just free? Who's paying for that? Me! You! You're paying for that. You're paying for that out of your fucking pocket. Don't you get yet? What don't you get about it? Like I've really had enough with these people. I've had enough of it, you know? Where it's like, this is great. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're so awesome. This is so helpful. But it's really not. It's actually hindering me from getting a job, right? If I'm smoking this. Excuse me. If I'm having this in my system, right? It's hindering me from having a job. Now, isn't it? Like, God forbid, bro. Now I make a lot of shit just more illegal because I don't want to I don't want to get you caught up. Have you tracking, tracing back to you? Like, I'm good on that, bro. I don't want to do anything illegal. You understand? It's not about I'm a goody two shoes. No, I just don't want to get in trouble, bro. Have you ever thought long and hard about it? Like, why I don't really want to do what you do. If I do what you're doing, they'd lock my ass up in a heartbeat. That's what I have to say about it all the time. When you're committing fraud against the government, I'm like, damn, how do they not track and trace you, bro? I'm not even calling them up on you, but I know if I did what you do, they'd be rounding up. They'd be around me like that, in my opinion. They'd be trying to make my life more difficult for some reason. Oh, why would they watch you? Because I was having food stamps, giving it away to the homeless veterans? Huh? Because I watch out for all the people that they train to kill and then forget about when I can. I'm just grateful other people do it too. Huh? Right? You know, I'm just grateful. There's people who feel the same way as me about that. Like, you're a disgraceful nation, bro. You taking care of all these motherfuckers and you leaving these people that you trained to kill for your country to rot. Basically. To rot. But you wonder why I share some of the similar characteristics. It's like a guilt trip on myself. I'm thanking God he didn't put me in these conflicts. But I wanted to be there with you, bro. I wanted to, even if we're in different branches, different squadrons, you know, different operations, right? I wanted to be there with you, bro. I wanted to be just like you. When I was a kid, you know, having PTSD about blowing shit up. I wanted to be just like you, bro. Thank God he didn't put me. I would have been a horrible demon on those people. If I would have survived, right? If I would have seen some horrific shit in front of me, it would have just switch. I would have been like, oh, I gotta survive. These motherfuckers ain't giving a fuck. They don't care if I live or die. I'm in their country, right? And they ain't got armaments like how we got. So what are they gonna do, bro? They're gonna blow themselves up. They're gonna use little fucking kids at you. Because they know humans are humans, and you're gonna have compassion for the little one before some big alhamdulillah with the fucking bomb strapped to his chest. Of course you're gonna have PTSD when you gotta treat all these kids like they're threats, because the one time they used them as a bomb. Speed up. That's what I would have been saying, bro. Speed up. Go faster. That's what I would have been saying. You know, I would have been blasting Metallica out that shit. Obey your mister. Right? I would have been crazy, but I would have been nuts. I would have been, you think I'm crazy now, bro? You think I have a hard time finding a job now? Imagine if I would have served in Afghanistan or Iraq. You know what I'm saying? I would have been bad man. Very bad man. Especially if I would have survived. I wouldn't have been a bitch like that. Just wanting to die. Even if I did some horrible shit. Gotta forgive yourself. Gotta go to God. You're different because you're a soldier. It's different for you. Different guidelines. Now, if I go doing some shit that you were getting paid to do, then you could call me a fucking psychopath. Because I'm not seeing $1 off that. I'm not getting taken care of, quote unquote, by the taxpayers. And then they still let you go rot. Why aren't you warning these motherfuckers spraying the sky? The ones that are younger than you, bro. Ready to die. Like a Biggie Smalls that record. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Then you got the nerve to tell us where we're from. You need motherfuckers like me to go die for you. So you have a fake free country. And then you don't respect their sacrifice. Some gave all gave some. You think I hate where I'm from? You think I want to see this place decay like that? Just because I know you're Babylon, bro. That's why all you do is Babylon. Where you think I get it from? I grew up in New Yorkistan. Well, all we do is... That's all we do is talk shit all day. City never sleeps, bro. Better put a fucking blinder on your face and some headphones on if somebody's loud. They don't give a fuck if you're sleeping or not, right? That's what I used to do. I used to put my headphones on. Thinking of you. Like, oh, they probably have to go through this too. I just can't say it. Because it makes me look weak to complain about it, you know? That's why I view it as complaining, venting, stressed out, bitching. The shit you say, you're right. Hey, what do you know? You're right, bro. You're just crying and complaining. Hey, but it isn't about nothing. That's the thing. It's not about nothing. It's not for no reason. You know? I don't do treason. I don't do that shit, bro. You know what the reward for treason is, bro? You get death. That's your gift for being a treacherous swine. You turn your back on me for a powder. You turn your back on me for $1. How dare you say something about your mama? She was there helping you. I had to help her too. Like, go ahead, call me crazy. The things they do don't make sense to me. They'll be like, yeah, we're going to just stick it out here. But with my luck, they'll be coming back through the door talking about, hey, we just sold the place. Time to clean it up. Got to be out by tomorrow. Same thing with jobs. You got to give them a 2-week notice, even though they could fire your ass on the same day that you got hired. Oh, that's not a slave. Maybe that's why God kept me away from that, because he knew how strongly I felt about these vaccines. When I was a kid, I was like, I fucking hate these things, and I fucking hate you for putting me through it. It's going to take a lot. I used to say it to myself and in front of God. It's going to take a lot for me to forgive this, bro. Because I'd be sitting there feeling side effects from whatever the fuck they're giving me to get into a place I don't even want to sit. It's not like I'm getting paid any benefits from doing that, bro. Where's my benefit from being a little ward of the state when I was from age 7 to 18, 19? Where's all that, bro? That's like 12 years out of my life. Think about it. That's like 12 years, 13 years out of my life I'll never get back. And you're sitting there wondering. I'm like, bro, I wanted to be in the field working since I still went to school. Now you're making everything obsolete. The thing is, bro, like, it's not cool that you get paid all that money to just sit there using Pro Tools, using Word, you know what I mean? Whatever it could be. It's not really cool to me. Like, you wouldn't be able to go to the place or sit in your room and do all that shit without dudes clearing the space for you, paving the roads, cutting the grass. I'm sure there are women doing it too, right? Especially in New York. Well, I see them holding the tamper. Like, bro, give it to me is what I felt like saying. Give it to me. You don't even throw it down hard. What is wrong with you? You got to use your whole body, lady. You got to, like, lift it up with your shoulders and thrust down and keep tamping it on the blacktop patch. The blacktop patch. You got to keep fucking tamping it down. Yeah, I know. Those girls are the ones making women look bad, as far as I'm concerned. Like, that's the reason men like me have the opinion I have. Like, bro, all these jobs used to be woman-free. Like, that's the job you'd take if you don't want to hear some nagging bitch all day. You're not doing it correctly. You're not. It's like, shut the fuck up. Go take care of your fucking child, lady. Leave me out of it. I'm not your son. You're not my, you know what I'm saying? You're not my wife. You shouldn't be able to tell me what to do. Worth a damn. Like, oh yeah, wait. So wait, you have to tell me what to do. Plus, I'm charged with protecting you, even if I have no fucking clue who you are. Just some random lady at the bar getting harassed, even though you're inviting this attention in. You're inviting it in. And you want me, help me, help me. Well, you need to get saved from the men that you were inviting into your apartment. Like, yo, you're stupid. And then what? You gonna do it again? You go get saved from it. Somebody hears your cries, and then they help you, and then you go do it again? The fuck is wrong with you? There's nobody here to hear me, except for a little doggy. And it's not even barking. It's like, good. Let it not like me some more. You know what? That's not even a real dog to me. That's like a pint-sized version of a dog and just yaps at me. And it's like a narcissist sticking up for, it's not going to bite you. It comes inches away from my ankle to nip. Oh, it's not going to hurt you. It's still going to bite. A bite is a bite. A bite is a bite, bro. I shouldn't have to feel like the only way to believe me is if I walk around with a fucking GoPro. Where it's like, bro, if this was you, if you were in my shoes, you'd be complaining about it 20 times worse. I'm not doing anything to put this on myself. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I gotta blame myself for some shit that all the people are doing all the time. How does that make sense? Oh, you only get one of those. Are you sure about that, bro? Are you sure I only have one family? I felt like I was making family members as I've lived each day by the friends I've accumulated. You know, they just didn't realize I was looking at you like a brother or a sister. And you sitting there thinking I want to kiss you. Like, bro, disgusting. Disgusting. That's what I feel weird about, bro. All those times. Everybody's saying that shit to me. It's like, bro, that's kind of nasty when you think about it. Excuse me. Like, it's disgusting what they do. Gotta let it out in some way. Because when I feel that, it's attached to me. And I'm like, I have to let it go again. I can't sit there expecting you to come through helping me at all. Not with a garden, not with cleaning, not with cooking. Nothing. Nothing. Why you want to come around me now all of a sudden? You think something's going to happen soon? Oh, you thought you could just go do what you want to do and come back around me later on? Like, get the fuck out of here. I got more self-respect than that. You're lucky I forgive you is how I feel. You're lucky that every time you come around me, I don't treat you like a piece of shit, breaking my boundary down. You're lucky. These people have no boundaries. And then they all of a sudden, it's like, bro, I didn't even break your boundary. You're just pointing your finger at me like I'm doing something that you're guilty of. You're assuming I'm doing the same thing as you. Like, if it was you doing this, you would need a dollar bill attached to it to explain how you feel and do the job correctly. And, well, they're not paying me right, so I'm going to do the job shitty. I'm going to do a shitty job so they don't call me again. Okay. Yeah, I've done that too. I've done that more than twice in my life. Way more than twice in my life have I done that. I've done that plenty of times, bro. You don't get to call me that, you know? You shouldn't get to call me these fucking things, in my opinion.
Because I could jump to the conclusion too. Well, why was that person saying something about a baby doll? Is it because I have a man bun on? Oh, what? Is it because of me? I used to think that a lot, bro. When the rave stopped, I was bugging. I was like, is it because of something I did? I was fucked up, kid. Fucked up. Fucked up. Like, holy shit. How am I alive? Is anybody even breathing? Are we even alive? How many times have you been there in that mindset? How many times, bro? Wait, oh yeah, you never had that mindset because you're not like me. You don't think that way. I don't have a filing cabinet brain, you know? I don't have what you have, bro. I don't have what you have, son. I don't have what you have, sis. I don't have what you have, bro. Like, you understand that? A narcissist? Like, I don't have all the same life as you. I don't have that like you have. Somebody helping you and liking you, that like sticking up for you no matter what. I don't have that stuff. You do. You did. You still do. I never did. Certified, but don't say kosher. Now does it? I don't see one spot where it's kosher. Monk fruit in the raw. 0 calorie sweetener. Yeah, don't eat too much of it though. It's still bad for you, bro. Make you take a shit. Look, that's good, bro. Macaroni and cheese. In the casserole dish? I'm like, that's a good, bro. I know you don't want to hear it. Like, oh, that's why I used to do that. Twirling it up, sitting. I gotta wear my shit like a girl sometimes if it's too big. Like, yeah, I'm around the house, bro. I got no drawstring. How long do you think I had these fucking shorts for, bro? How long do you think I had these shorts? At least 20 years, at least 15 years, in my opinion. Like, ain't nobody teaching me that. This shit you're trying to say. It's like, you want to be somebody's mommy so badly. I don't want you to be. And like, the time for that is over. I don't need somebody telling me what to do about it. All I need is a reminder. This is how you remind me of why I'm really grim. It's not like you to have hobbies. You sit there on the couch looking sloppy. Yeah, me too, gotta clean up. But at least I got my dreams, bro. I've been cold, I spit fire on top of every fucking beat though. All these words in my head. But am I having fun? Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, no. Like, they want attention so fucking badly. That's why when they don't answer me, it's like, well, now you see why I don't answer you when you want to talk to me all of a sudden. Hey, I'm not the one that was ghosting you, babe. You know, you ain't got nothing to fucking give back to me as far as I'm concerned. Forgiven. Forgiven is what I say. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. That's how I feel about it. Like, you ghosting like a motherfucker. You don't even want to hear about it. You don't want to hear why I don't care. Because then you don't care. Why would you care? You never did before. All of a sudden you care? All of a sudden. And then when I start talking about this, you want to give me a guilt trip like I'm not supposed to feel this way. Like, what? Fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with me for even caring about it? That's how I feel. What is wrong with me for even caring about it? Stupid. Real dumb. Real dumb, you know, in my opinion. Real dumb. Excuse me. Right, it takes away 30% of the battery for streaming 50 minutes, but depending on how much of the battery is charged, and like I could tell where people plug out. You know, they take the battery off the charger all the time. If you're sitting there at 98%, and then a whole hour later, it's still at 98%, whether you're streaming, viewing, typing, whatever you're doing, somebody has always pulled it out at 98%. I'm just saying. The pull-out game is weak. That's why you're beat. Like, I don't want to sit there thinking about all this. Like, bro, you're sitting there giving me lies, as far as I'm concerned, and then acting like I'm crazy. Going through psychosis. Yeah, going through psychosis that you caused, bitch. You caused me to have PTSD episode. Fucking with these narcissistic ass bitches that give you post-traumatic stress disorder, my guy. Yeah, 100%. You didn't know that? Seems like you had to have known that at some point in your life. You must have known that. Like, you had to have known that, bro. That Jesus wrote raps. Oh, yeah, that's right. You want him to stroke sacks because you're a fucking loser. You're a fruit ball.